Hi everyone, welcome to Buccaneer Bedtime. I'm Miss Manning and I'm going to be reading my favorite book. You can probably guess what it's about. It's about a unicorn named Kelp, and it's called Not Quite Narwhal, and it's written and illustrated by Jessie Sema. So she wrote the words and does the pictures. I love this book because it's all about kindness and accepting others, making them feel welcome. And Kelp, he's going to find out that he has friends in two very different groups. So Not Quite Narwhal. All right, here we go. Not Quite Narwhal. And if you don't know what a narwhal is, that's okay. We're going to see one in just a second. Kelp was born deep in the ocean. Here we go. That is a narwhal. Kelp knew early on that he was different from the other narwhals. His tusk wasn't as long as everyone else's. He had different tastes in food, and he wasn't a very good swimmer. You see up here, the narwhal's tusk is super long. Kelp's got his little bitty unicorn horn. Look at this food. I don't think I would like that either. And he's got to wear floaties in the water because he's not a good swimmer. But his friends didn't seem to mind. So Kelp decided that he wouldn't mind either. See, his friends are helping him out, being so kind, helping him swim and play. That is, until he was swept away by a strong current. I wish I was a better swimmer. Oh, poor Kelp. He tries to hang on, but he just can't do it. Kelp found himself at the surface, closer to land than he had ever been before. High up on a cliff, he spotted a mysterious, sparkling creature. It looked familiar. It looked like Kelp. So Kelp thinks he's a narwhal, but now he's seeing this land creature that looks just like him. Kelp swam towards land as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast, hoping that he could catch up with the creature that looked just like him. When he finally reached the shore, Kelp felt a little anxious. He had never left the ocean. He was nervous about walking for the first time, but the land creatures made it look so easy. So he swam, and now he's got to get out of the water, and he's never been out of the water before. He's really nervous. Ugh, it wasn't. Eventually, he got the hang of it. Look at that. He's trying to walk like a crab, and that didn't work. And then he's trying to hop like a frog, and that didn't work. Then he found the turtle, and the turtle showed him how to walk. Everything on land was strange and beautiful, but kind of scary. Kelp began to think that he may never find that creature that looked just like him. But as he stumbled out of the forest, land narwhals, actually, were unicorns. And by the looks of it, so are you. Kelp had never even heard of a unicorn. He had no idea what they were. Kelp had never heard of unicorns before. They told him all sorts of things about his tusk. We call them horns. Wow. He's got rainbows coming out of his horn. They introduced him to unicorn delicacies. That's a snow cone. I like that better than the other stuff he was eating. And they showed him how to gallop. There was no doubt that Kelp was, in fact, a unicorn. He was having so much fun that he didn't want to leave. But then he remembered all of his friends under the sea. Kelp missed them terribly. So he said goodbye to the unicorns and he returned to the ocean. Come back soon! There's that crazy crab that was trying to teach him how to walk. Oh man. Kelp swam towards home as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast, hoping that the narwhals would still like him now that he was a unicorn. When he finally arrived, Kelp had butterflies in his stomach. Kelp! It says, welcome home. Kelp took a deep breath and told his friends the news. It turns out, I'm not a narwhal. Of course you aren't. I'm a unicorn. Yeah, we all knew that. They took it quite well. So Kelp didn't know he was a unicorn, but the narwhals knew. And they were still kind to him and still wanted to be his friend, even though he was different. Kelp was happy to be home, but now that he'd experienced life on land with the unicorns, he couldn't seem to forget them. He didn't want to be a land narwhal with the unicorns, and he didn't want to be a sea unicorn with the narwhals. He couldn't decide what he wanted to do. But then he realized that maybe, just maybe, he didn't have to choose. So he didn't want to have to feel left out by being with the narwhals and not getting to do what unicorns do. But he didn't want to be just a unicorn because he had been raised by narwhals. And now he gets to do both. He gets to be with his sea unicorns and his land narwhals. I'm a unicorn. So that is my book, Not Quite Narwhal, and I hope you guys liked it, and I hope that you'll come back next Wednesday and hear our book for next week. Thank you. Bye.